So we have Brady, Wilson to Stafford, bringing us to number 5, a name many may have expected to be even higher, but still, top 5, pretty good.
I didn't go into this exercise thinking he would be 5.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Aaron Rodgers, that's right, my man, right? My favorite quarterback of all time. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
He's holding up 2 + 2 = 4. I mean, it's plus 1.
Plus 1 more is 5. Yes, that's right. That's where Aaron Rodgers is coming in. Again, it's at his age to be top 5. First off, I just would like to tell everybody it's pretty amazing, and the fact that he's won 2 MVPs, it's absolutely amazing. It's still one of the. I'll get there. Hold on. Let me wax poetically about him first. It's still one of the best arms in the game. It's still one of the quickest releases in the game. He's still an incredible decision maker, managed the game probably as good as anybody in football. And I think that's where he doesn't get enough credit for. He's a real game manager, and sometimes I'm going to hit you here. I think that's why he's number 5 a little bit to a degree. Still can push the ball down the field, moves well in the pocket. Still doesn't make as many plays running anymore. That's not what he is anymore. But can still bounce around, buy himself some time, and throw lasers all over the football field. Aaron Rodgers is still an incredibly awesome talent and still one of the best quarterbacks in football. And listen, it hurts my heart that he's number 5. It really does.
You got to go off what you see.
I do. I got to go with what I see here.
Now, if this ranking would have come out just after the regular season, without the playoffs,
right,
where would he have been?
I don't think it would be different.
Really?
I don't.
Because I said all season, and I don't think you pushed back and said no, that he was the MVP.
Yeah. No, I did not. I did not push back. You're right. I thought he was the MVP.
So I would have bet 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I get you. I understand. And again, just because you played the best football consistently over 8 weeks doesn't mean you're the better player when it all comes down to it. I think that's what I would come back to. And I don't let the end of the year, affect this. I didn't look at the last game and just go, well, because of that game. I don't. I think that game, again, just brought out some of the issues with them and him all together a little bit to where we saw it on national stage. It's the only game on, and we really get to focus and digest it and look at it.
You've got issues there, right?
Well, yes, of course I do. But what I would tell you is, you saw those issues in other games. It's just they squeaked by with a win, and you didn't care. You went, they won. But I would go, that Browns game at the end of the year where Baker threw 74 interceptions and still had the ball left to score the game at the end, to win the game at the end.
Yeah,
it's that
their margin for error, their formula for winning wasn't their record was impressive. Aaron had pockets where he was fantastic, but
right.
They would win close games all the time. There wasn't much room for missing.
Wasn't much room for missing. He, is great at executing. It's one of the reasons I think, you and me, and you heard me say this a lot during the year. I go, can you really get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl by just out executing and not making mistakes?
The San Francisco game answered that question.
Exactly. And that's why he's 5. And again, I was making the point there with the Ravens game, the Browns game. There's a few other games where I go, to your point, the margin of error shouldn't have been that close. It shouldn't have been. It was that close because we got conservative and we take the foot off the gas and we go, I'm not going to make a mistake here to lose the game or anything. And that, to me, lend itself to some closer games and is the reason they lose a playoff game the way they do. And I wish we could talk about the other 4 guys in front of him here.
Right.
Because I go, the other 4 guys they wouldn't go down like that. They wouldn't. They'd
you
we're
say
up,
like that, conservative?
we're up by 2 touchdowns, and we're gonna make a play and be up by 3 touchdowns here on the 8-yard line. We're not gonna throw the ball quick in the flat and then not find anybody open and throw the ball away and kick the field goal. And instead of being up by 21, we're up by 17.
Is that what you just explained right there? When you said a little too much of a game manager. Sometimes.
Yes, 100%.
That was it in that last minute.
100%. There's too many plays in those parts of the game too where I just go, you're Aaron Rodgers. You got to hit that. You got to throw it. You can't just go, I'm going to check it down. That's you're too good. You can hit the bullseye all the time. And to me, that's what happened in the 49er game. And that is where, and you have to go back and look to start to see it because, again, they win so many of these games and the stats are good. So you start to go, oh, well, okay, they won. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. But then as I got later in the year and I started to get into the throws in that game, you start to see it. And then the 49er game, they finally played a full, complete team there at the end of the year. But there was too many plays in that game where, again, the pocket's good, but I don't know. We just had a sense it's the 49ers and their pass rush is good. So let me just throw it to the back, running a flare out of the backfield. But wait, the tight end's open over the middle. Like, throw it. You have time. Do it. To me, there was too many plays and moments and yards left on the field at certain parts, even during the year, even though they still won, where I just go, you're too good to not take advantage of that right there. And to your point, again, I think we can talk about this here a little bit. Like, hey, we know the 4 quarterbacks that are missing on my list right now. All right. There's 4 quarterbacks missing. All right. Yes, it's Herbert, it's Mahomes, it's Allen, it's Burrow. Not in that order. Okay. That's not the order.
Well done there.
But it's going to be those 4 guys don't go down like that against the 49ers. They don't. I'm just sorry. They're more aggressive throughout the game. They don't let the game end up in, whoa, if you block a punt, all of a sudden we could lose this.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a few plays, hold the ball, scramble, force a ball down the field a little bit into a tight window because they're going to go, I'm the fucking man. I need to jumpstart us. I need to make sure we win the game right here.
Right.
And to me, that's where Rodgers has fallen a little bit compared to the group that's going to be in front of him.
To me, it's kind of similar in the explanation and analysis. I asked about Kyler Murray dropping, and to me, you can't ignore that the performance wasn't great in the postseason. But with both these guys, you've said, you know what? That's not just the timing of it. It's these issues were around at the end of the season. They were around.
I know.
There was a giant light shined on them at the end of the year.
Yes.
But as much as I thought Aaron should have been the MVP in the regular season, like I turned off the TV that night thinking, okay, the Green Bay defense doesn't dominate the San Francisco offense like that and expect to be anywhere near losing.
Yeah.
And to me, that has to matter a lot in something like this.
Well, it's like they should have still won that game. To your point and what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But again, what I'm trying to tell everybody here is the conservative nature in which he played let them hang around, and it shouldn't have been to that point.
Do you think it'll improve without Devontae Adams? Without Hackett? Not to say that those are the 2 reasons why, but there are 2 big pieces of that puzzle that are gone.
There's part of me that wants to say it might change just because it might have to where he might have to, with this group, he might have to go, I got to throw the laser a little bit more here. Or I got to push the envelope a little bit more because we're just not going to be as surgical, and I'm not going to be able to depend on us, always running the exact right route with the right play because I got younger guys here and they don't know the offense quite the same way.
Right.
To where it might lend him to having to physically do some things a little bit, and push the bar that way.
I think Rodgers without Adams affects his mentality in the pocket more than Mahomes without Hill.
I do too. I definitely do.
The other team might feel less threatened. Kansas City versus Green Bay.
Yes,
but I think the quarterback, the mindset changes even more for Aaron than Mahomes.
I don't disagree with that because I think Mahomes just drops back and here's the play and Andy told me to look here. It's like it's not even always about Tyreek's the number 1 read or whatever that. Yeah, Adams was such a staple and audible. Let's get the ball to Adams. Oh wait, they're running the blitz. Run the screen to Adams. Every answer ended up with Adams. And it's just funny. I talked about Brady. Where, I talked about he used to be a little bit too conservative. Now he's the gunslinger. It's like him and Rodgers reversed roles a little bit. That's what it kind of came to me as I was writing notes today. Where Rodgers used to be that guy, and now it's almost like he's protecting his territory a little bit. But, yeah, again, Rodgers, awesome. We know that. The f***ing man. I don't want anybody to think really anything less than that. But, yes, is his ability to make big plays, consistently make game-changing plays, and all that up to the capabilities of some of the guys before in front of him? No, it's not. Again, the year, and can he maybe feast and play at a higher level and have a better numbers and quarterback ratings consistently against the middle class and the poor of the NFL? Sure, he probably still can. But that's great. I'm not fucking judging the top 5 guys on, can he beat team number 27 in the NFL this day? No. You get to this ranking here, we're judging you the cream of the crop. And what are you doing in the biggest moments? That's really what you start to look at to differentiate things here.
Right.
And to me, that's where, again, the group in front of them, the Herberts, the Mahomes, the Allens, the Burrow, they almost will their teams back into games or putting a team away, or you have no business doing this. And here you are in this game, and you got all these issues against you. And that's because of them and their magic. Rodgers still amazing, but, again, I think maybe needs a little bit more support and isn't quite the playmaker those guys are, for sure.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.